But why is it problematic is something one would ask Gopi, because obviously identifying them in the sense of its Indianness, it's very important. But one may go to an extent of saying if the judiciary, at least in its intent, trying to be very accommodative of all genders and it's trying to be very progressive, why is it problematic?
See, the most important thing is that um, there are a lot of important judgments. When we have a kind of media, like not all media I'm talking about, a group of media which is
Yeah,
working for the vested interests.
right.
And there is no journalistic ethics with them. And we cannot even call them as journalists, basically. I too write articles. I too reported for a few newspapers earlier. Like even the mainstream newspapers. I was very close with many journalists, and we do give awards to journalists in Srishti Social Justice Journalism Award in the name of Anjali Gopalan. But when these group of journalists celebrate, certain judgments, definitely it has a kind of a politics in it, because they never focused on the judgment to ban sex selective surgeries on intersex infants, or to ban unnecessary medical intervention on intersex infants and children in that manner.
Hmm.
So they are giving political color to judges. Justice Chandrachud is talking about LGBT, LGBT, LGBT. Is LGBT an Indian terminology? Do the global, the diverse Soji SC communities, the global diverse communities, I mean, diverse sexual orientation, gender identity, expression, and sex characteristics communities who belong to these communities will accept the term LGBT? Then what about the indigenous identities of Asia Pacific, or Pacific, or Latin
Hmm.
America, or African indigenous gender variant identities, or even Indian gender variant identities like Arvani, Sakiteki, Nupi Mandi, Kinnara, or Jagappa, or Mangalmukhi, or Bhagavatis, or Ellammas, or Kashyapis, or we have different names and languages and culture. And India is the only country, especially Indian heritage is the only heritage, Hindu heritage is the only heritage, which accommodates this diverse OGSC community in a more dignified manner. Do we
Right.
have a policy in place to protect these gender specific sacred spaces which are meant for this
Hmm.
diverse OGSC communities in India? No.